2,470 pounds, one owner, late model, well kept, all original factory equipment here and then some. A Rockwood A213 Highwall A-frame pop-up rolling in on trade here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. They decided to swap this out for a more hard-sided family bunkhouse type camper, and this is clean, this is sharp. You are not inheriting someone else's problems here. The A213 has quickly become the best selling of the Rockwood Highwall A-frames, and I think for good reason. It's just a really good balance of a lot of things. Like, we've got our nice little front dining area right here. We've got a unique sleeping arrangement that is really hard to find anywhere else in the industry. And we've also got the benefit of a fully hard-sided trailer as opposed to a soft-side tent camper or hybrid camper. And that's why I kind of call these things mutants, because it's as much of a pop-up camper as a fold-down travel trailer. The fan up here is 12-volt operated, and it doesn't. A lot of this camper was not really used heavily, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So this 12-volt operated fan up here, that can give you some nice airflow when you're boondocking. Now, below the two-bench seat over here, you'll also find a propane furnace for heating, but you will find that there is another heating and cooling method available within the RV as we go along. I also like the fact that we have a full window in that door right there, but you could always roll that down for privacy. So quick little highlight here for you. The A213, it's a half bath model. That nice chunk of countertop space when you walk in, it actually hides a little built-in toilet right here, cassette style. So it's got its own little like self-contained holding tank effectively. Now, as we swing over here, you see this front dinette. It can actually fold down into a guest sleeper, which is one of the things that can make this really good for like buddy camping or maybe having a grandkid guest for the weekend. Now, you might notice too those skylights that can help open up a lot of light and make this thing look and feel bigger and give you more visibility. Those do have night shades on them to pull themselves shut for privacy. Now, that dining table is fully free floating. So if you need to kind of scoot it left or right for comfort, or if you want to take it outside, very simple, very easy to do that. And here's a look at those skylights open up. With the light that we have coming in this morning, they look pretty much the same though. Another thing that's kind of cool on this is you've got like 360 degrees of visibility in this camper, because there are windows on all sides of it. So you can always have a good idea what's going on anywhere. Now, everything in a Highwall A-frame like these, it all folds down. It's all under the fold line, so you really don't have to mess with anything. Like, you don't really have to move the cushions and whatnot to close the walls up, although it is a good idea. You want to put the table down in the sleeper position for transit so it doesn't wiggle and bounce around. Now, the sink and the stove here, they did basically like truck camper fixtures. There's tempered glass covers on top of the sink and the stove so that you can use them for prep space, and they can still fold down, but you have a full sink and a a 3-burner stove there as well. Plus, we have a gas electric fridge over here so that you do have a way to always have cold drinks and some food on hand. Now, above the rear beds, this little thing up here, this is actually a little fold-down like clothes hanging rack. So if you want to bring some hanging clothes instead of having everything like living out of duffel bags, you can do that. But what's really cool about this one, in addition to that sort of front half bath arrangement, is this convertible bed situation right here. So finding two individual twin beds like this is an extreme rarity in the RV business. And you'll also notice that below this, we've got like decent dresser space for a little camper. You've got good drawer space, and I like how there's a stand with a power outlet right between them for phone chargers and CPAP users. Now, you see that black box right there. That is called it's called a Cool Cat. It's a bi-directional heat pump, so it's either a electric air conditioner or an electric heater. It can sort of become or do whatever it is you want it to do. One quick note on the half bath. As I'm walking by it over here, I just realized it was never used. Like the half bath and the screen room that's included with the camper, those things were never used by the previous owners. Another neat feature of this one is that you also have the option of converting those two single twin bunks into a single king bed, actually. And trying to find a small camper with a big sleeper like this, that's a tall order. You see that there are the center sections that can be inserted if you do want to convert into one giant bed, or if that's not your interest, just leave those things at home somewhere stored off to the side, and you don't need you don't need them. Or if you want to set it up at night, but not have them during the day. You want to use this more like an open lounge area. These things can actually store under that mattress if need be, so that you're not, you know, kind of blocking off your entire floor space. And right by the entry door here, we have another nice chunk of counter space, but you also see that you have both your stereo and TV hookups, as well as a full microwave. So again, that's another area where this has a little more in common with a travel trailer than a folding camper, like a tent camper, a pop-up, if you will. Now, this little red entry light down here originally would have been white, but it was annoying the previous owner, so he swapped it out for something non-white. He said, I would have preferred blue, but the part shop that I was standing next to, they had red, so I put a little red light in there. And what that does is it's a nice little night light if one of you has to get up to be able to use a little half bath for like a little late night emergency use or something like that. It's just kind of like a little bit of what I call air traffic controller light. Clean inside, clean outside. Just a good, clean, late model camper. Up front here, the Highwalls have a really interesting dual tier storage setup. So you've got like a 7-foot wide storage trunk, basically, that you can slide out and pull out here if you want. And then above that, you've got a separate like front storage trunk area. Now you've got some cool little extras left behind here from the previous owners. This is the full awning and screen room option that was added into this camper when it was brand new. And it was sitting here when they bought it, and it's sitting here now, and it has not moved. They have never used this thing, so that is brand new. This camper did come with a handy little grill, and there's a little sides table that goes along with that. That's all here. They did use the grill a little bit, though. These are easy towing, guys. This is only a 7-foot wide body. And when it folds down, it's really not, like, taller than your tow vehicle. So these don't tend to get that, like, hard push and jumpiness, you know, from the wind or anything like that on the road. You might also notice that unlike a lot of pop-ups, this has a double propane tank system, so that you do have that auto changeover regulator there, so that if one tank goes dry, it'll just switch over to the other one. Another neat thing on all the Highwall A-frames from Rockwood is that they all have a power roof lift. Because it's not that it's so much that it's heavy, it's just that this thing is pretty darn big, and it can be hard to reach high enough without a step stool or something like that to put the roof sections up. So the front and rear sort of pyramid shaped roof sections we're looking at are actually on a power lift, and the interior wall is just a quick manual flip up. Those are simple. Spare tire is under that nice hard shell cover and has not touched the ground. Overall, I mean, I can't find anything that really concerns me on this camper. I know this is a pretty quick fly around job, but this is a pretty quick cut and try instance of, you know, late model, low mile. Guys, this could even qualify for same as new financing potentially. Now the storage under the door side mattress, you can see right here, that does open right up. So if you don't want to store that little middle section mattress with you, you've got all kinds of room in here to keep that sort of thing. And the Highwalls do have a double step for coming and going easier, and I like that they put the little anti-slip and foot scrubber pads on there for you. And that's pretty much this one in a nutshell. You have any other questions, give us a call. We do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.